for us readers to get cozy with books. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Maya, and the holiday season is upon us. I have my little mug. Actually, this is my sister's mug, and she's probably never gonna let me use it again if she heard that I just called it my mug. But I have some tea in here. That sip almost drained half the cup. I'm here with some middle grade and young adult books, winter or holiday Christmas books. Not all the books are themed around Christmas, some are just winter. So let's get started with the young adult ones. The first book, or should I say book series, is Dash and Lily's Book of Dears. There's 2 other books in the series, and this is just the perfect Christmassy book with all the Christmassy vibes and even a romance. We follow Dash and Lily, who are just 2 strangers in New York, and they communicate through a diary and like leave dears for each other to do in New York during Christmas time. And this is just such a cute and fun read. There's a book 2 and a book 3 as well, and I might be rereading it this year. I read these in 2021 and I love this series so much. The next young adult book is The Holiday Switch. This is strangers to lovers as well. Lila wants to earn some extra cash working at the local inn for the holiday break, and she meets the holiday owner's nephew, I think. But basically something happens, their phones get swapped, and now they have to find each other and give back their phone, and also maybe they look through the phones. But this is also a very Christmassy book that is great for the holiday season. This wasn't my absolute fave. I think I give it like 3 stars, but it does have those holiday vibes. The next young adult book is 10 Blind Dates. And I don't have a physical copy of this book because I read it on my Kindle. But honestly, maybe I should get the physical copy because this book is so good. So good and so funny. I love this book. It's probably maybe even on my list of top favorite books ever. Our main character, Sophie, is heartbroken after her boyfriend breaks up with her right before holiday break. So she goes to her grandparents' house, and her grandparents and her family and extended family set up a little something for her. Each family member, or most of the family members, each choose a blind dates for her, and then she goes on those 10 blind dates right up until Christmas Day to forget about her boyfriend and to find maybe a new someone. And then Sophie just doesn't really want to do it, but she does it anyway. She's like, oh fine, maybe help me get my mind off things. And this book is just absolutely hilarious. I love the relationships and the family members. Perfect holiday comedy romance, and I read that book last year, and maybe I'll reread it again because I loved it, and it also pulled me out of my reading slump. And there's a sequel. I think it's 10 Truths and a Dare, and it's about her cousin, and it's not set during Christmas, but it's a very good sequel also that continues on that family dynamic and comedy and a new romance. Our next young adult book is A Castle in the Clouds. I also read this on my Kindle. I pulled up my review on Goodreads to see what I thought of this book. I said that it was very fun and atmospheric, but the plot and the mystery were kind of obvious, but nevertheless it was still a good book that had those holiday vibes. And this also is about a girl who works at an inn or hotel. This also wasn't my absolute fave, and I'd say the vibes are less Christmassy and more winter-y. Those were all the young adult books, and now let's move on to the middle grade books. Our first middle grade book is Nancy Drew Diaries, A Nancy Drew Christmas. I actually never read this book, and why am I recommending it? Well, because it's Christmassy, and I've read a bunch of other Nancy Drew Diaries books, so I already know kind of like what that other book is going to be like because I read all of these. And basically, the Annie Nancy Drew book is a fun little mystery and very cozy. Next middle grade book is Golden Girl. This is a mixed book, an Aladdin mixed book, which is a publishing company, and mixed books are like for tween girls, and there is so many to choose from. I have so many on my shelves. When I was like 10 to 12 years, that is basically what I would be reading all day long. Anyways, this book is about a snowboarder, and it's not very set on Christmas, I don't think. From what I can remember, it's just winter vibes, not Christmas vibes, and it was pretty fun. Our next recommendation is Magic Treehouse books. Me and my sister have a whole lot of these from when we were younger. I went through them and I chose the ones that are about Christmas or winter to show you guys specifically which have Christmas or winter vibes. And like all of the Magic Treehouse books are very fun and adventurous for kids ages 6 to 10 maybe. You don't really specifically have to read these in order because each book has its own story kind of, but I would recommend reading the first Magic Treehouse book first before any others. Here's what the winter ones are called: Two Nights on the Titanic, Polar Bears Past Bedtime, and then Magic Treehouse Merlin Missions, Eve of the Emperor Penguin, I guess I have 2 of these, Blizzard of the Blue Moon, Winter of the Ice Wizard, Christmas in Camelot, Dogs in the Dead of Night, A Ghost Tale for Christmas Time, and Leprechaun in Late Winter. There are probably more more, but these are all the Christmas or winter ones that me and my sister have. Next middle grade book recommendation. I have actually not read this one, but my little brother has, and he definitely liked it. Loved it, should I say. It's called Midnight at the Barclay Hotel. This is set in winter, so winter vibes, and this is a fun mystery. My brother said he liked the characters, and it was cozy, and the mystery was very fun. So if you trust my brother, you can read this. And another recommendation that my brother read but I have not read is Secret of the Shadow Beasts. This is also set in winter. There's literally snow on the cover, and my brother said there's a lot of adventure and fighting in this book. I don't know if it's really that cozy, but it does have winter and it's like fun adventure, a gang of kids fighting beasts, I think. And those were all of the recommendations, but before you click off this video, I have a few more recommendations that are not winter or Christmassy but are still super fun and super cozy to just fully immerse yourself in them this holiday break or whenever. So basically some honorable mentions. First honorable mention is Caraval. This was the first book that I thought of when I thought of an immersive, cozy, fun fantasy. Perfect for the holidays, perfect for winter, for getting cozy and sitting down beside the Christmas tree and just reading. Our next honorable mention, by the way, these are not in order, just random, is Twin Crowns. This is just such a fun, cozy fantasy. It has everything you could possibly want in a fantasy. We have two POVs of two twin sisters. There's magic, adventure. There's also a sequel, but I have not read that yet. The Dragon with the Chocolate Hearts. I haven't read this, but my sister has, and she said it was very cozy and very fun and kind of gave her cozy vibes, even though it isn't set in winter. But it's basically a dragon gets turned into a girl and then gets an apprenticeship at a chocolate making factory in a chocolate house. My phone died, so I need to record on my brother's phone. If you see a difference in quality, this is why. Anyways, what are we still on? Oh yeah, our next honorable mention is Keeper of the Lost Cities. This is super fun! And I think I'm gonna reread this series soon, maybe film it. Yeah, I probably will film it. But this is just absolutely perfect to immerse yourself into this new world, which is just so fun and the characters are just amazing. And our last honorable mention is Cinder, which is part of the Lunar Chronicles. And this is like a fantasy slash sci-fi, and it's a retelling of Cinderella, and then the other books in the series are retellings of Red Riding Hood, Rapunzel, and Snow White, but they are all connected, so you can't just skip a book. No, not at all. You have to read each one in order. Each story connects into each other and it all makes sense, and the characters, I love them so much, and the story and everything, the world is just amazing. Perfect for sitting down and getting cozy. I said that a lot of times, but it's true. So those were all my recommendations. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I was able to help you guys find your next read. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and if you have any recommendations for me or for anybody else looking for recommendations, feel free to comment down below. All my socials will be linked in the description. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and happy holidays. Bye!